I love to feature new brands here on the channel, and I love brands that give you a design that aren't the typical everyday design that you see with every other watch out there. This is an integrated bracelet watch that actually isn't an integrated bracelet watch. It's from the brand Palmos, and it gets a really cool movement, not something that you see every day, and it gets a really interesting design. I have one hands-on to show you guys, so let's flip the camera and take a look at a really cool integrated bracelet style watch from the brand Palmos. So this is one of those watches where they're trying to give you something that is a little bit different. They're not trying to give you everything. So this is not trying to be everything in your collection, but they're giving you a design that is very versatile and can be used in a lot of different situations. This is an integrated bracelet look watch. You do have lugs on here that could accommodate a regular strap, which is really cool. When you have it on your wrist, people wouldn't be able to tell that this is not an integrated bracelet watch. You have a very large bezel on here. It's not something that you see very often on an integrated bracelet watch, and you can see it has a very large line of polish that goes all the way around that bezel. And the case and bracelet are very clean. The dial is extremely clean as well. It just has the brand name right below the 12 o'clock index, and that is it. The hands are skeletonized, the indices are applied. There is no lume on this dial because this is a dressy style watch. And I was going to use integrated bracelet watch because technically this is not an integrated bracelet watch. You have a screwed-in crown. You do get 100 meters of water resistance with a screwed-in case back, with a display case back, and a screwed-in crown. 40 millimeter watch, spot on at the case, 46.2 at the case on this lug to lug, and it's a little bit bigger, well, a lot bigger than that at the bracelet, because you can see it does wear like a cuff. So it's around 50 some odd millimeters at the bracelet, but again, you can wear this on any strap. It does have very short lugs, and it will wear like a 46 millimeter lug to lug if you put it on a strap. And then you have a pretty thin case because this gets a pretty thin movement. 9.2 millimeters or 9.1 millimeters thick is what I measured with my calipers, and you are getting a SOPROD movement inside. It is the M100. It sort of sits between an ETA 2892, which is their higher end movement, or a Sellita SW300, or a Sellita SW200. So it sits somewhere in between those two movements, and it's also really good looking. And you get to see it from the back, and I like that they used this movement because there are a ton of brands using all of the movements that I just mentioned. There are not a lot of brands using these SOPROD movements, and SOPROD movements are excellent movements. They're pretty reliable and they are really good looking. This one is finished really nicely, and I'll show you the case back on this. It looks fantastic. Now, this looks like an integrated bracelet watch because of the way that the bracelet interacts with the case. You can see that end link sort of fits directly into the case, and then the next link out of that is as wide as the lugs. So it almost looks like an integrated bracelet watch. And because this is finished nicely, it's finished very nicely, the bracelet tapers a lot. And there is a large line of polish along the edge of the bracelet and really along the edge of every single one of those links. And the bracelet, like I said, is beautifully finished, very similar to the case. And you have the name of the brand right there, double push button enclosure, and when you open that up, you could see the case back. Now the case back is a little bit weird, not something that I have seen before, and I'll do a close-up so you could see what I'm talking about, but in the center it's actually lower than the outer portion of the case. Usually it's the opposite way around, and it actually looks really good. And that center portion is polished, it just says Swiss made, and then a little bit of information on the watch. On my wrist today, I have a very dressy watch. This is my new to me Patek Philippe 5396G full calendar. So it's a full annual calendar with moon phase and day-night indicator. A pretty amazing watch that I am very excited to own. And there is the Palmos on my 7.5 inch wrist, and you can see it wears really thin to the wrist. You can see how thick that bracelet is and how much it tapers down. It looks really good, and It feels really nice on wrist. It feels like a very high quality watch. It's Swiss made, and you have this sunburst dial. This is the green version, and all of those indices are brushed on the top and polished all the way around. So looks really cool. And those skeletonized hands, they're technically, I guess, fence post hands, and they are skeletonized. The seconds hand is a needle seconds hand. All of that is a high polish. Really good looking watch. Sapphire crystal sort of sits flat with that bezel, and that's the reason why, or one of the reasons why, it is so thin. Price on this watch is $1,010. So basically $1,000 for this watch, but you are getting, again, that so prod movement and a really nice setup here. I really like this bracelet, and overall I think it's a really good looking watch. A little bit different from what you see on the market for most integrated bracelet watch or integrated bracelet style watches. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. This doesn't get any lume, so obviously there is no lume to show you guys, but this is not really a sports watch, so that does make sense. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of this watch? What do you think of the style and the fact that you could put basically any strap on here that you want? Tell me down in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. I'll add a link to this watch down in the description below. Definitely check it out if you are interested. Anyway, guys, thank you for logging on. Thank you for watching this video. I'll catch you guys in the next video.